Everyman Driver Nation, coming soon, my first drive and review of the 2013 BMW 328i X-Drive sedan. This is a great looking car and the blue really makes it pop. We're going to take it out on the road, tell you about its engine and performance, give you some real life legroom and headroom examples, and of course cargo room and all the other great details. That's coming soon right here on Everyman Driver. I am so excited to share with you the 2013 Nissan Juke Nismo, a compact crossover that's dripping with style and personality. Hello again, I'm Dave Erickson with Everyman Driver. Thanks so much for watching. This has to be one of the most fun cars I've driven so far this year, and after I share with you what I've learned and experienced, maybe you'll give it a look and a test drive. The modifications to the standard Juke start with the racing-inspired Nismo exterior. Far from being purely cosmetic, the modifications are designed to enhance the Juke Nismo's aerodynamics, resulting in a 37% improvement in downforce versus non-Nismo models. And compared to the standard Nissan Juke, the most obvious visual change is to the front fascia and grille, which have been modified to better control airflow to the engine. The new front end features a lower and more aggressive design. The Juke's familiar integrated fog lights have been replaced by thin strip LED accent lights, positioned at the top end of new small vents to the side of the larger grille. And to increase the Nismo's visual stance, the wheel arches are much more muscular and are now finished entirely in the body color to give a truly premium feel. The door mirrors have been painted red to give a visual indication to the casual observer that this is not a standard Nissan Juke. The B-pillars are now finished in gloss piano black, also promoting a sleek and sporty image. Now in the rear, the bumper is deeper than on non-Nismo models, and the red pinstripe is also visible on the black sill. A redesigned body-colored liftgate spoiler and rear fascia diffuser complete the body modifications. Also part of the stunning Juke Nismo exterior appearance are the new 18-inch lightweight aluminum alloy wheels, which help give drivers additional grip during cornering and further boost the Juke Nismo's on-road presence. Under the hood, the Juke Nismo is offered in a choice of front-wheel drive with a 6-speed manual transmission or an all-wheel drive with a Nismo-tuned CVT transmission, which I have here. My tester has a 1.6-liter inline 4-cylinder direct injection gasoline turbocharged engine, again mated with a CVT with sport mode. And that direct injection is important because it helps improve combustion, enhancing power, torque, economy, and emissions, and the use of the turbocharger and intercooler helps boost power, while the variable timing control for both intake and exhaust cycles improves low-end engine response. And it gets every bit of its 197 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy numbers are rated at 25 miles per gallon in the city and up to 30 miles per gallon on the highway. I've been driving it pretty hard this week. I've been only getting 22.5 in mixed driving. Improved engine performance is only one element of the Nismo's dynamic enhancements. The suspension setting has been completely revised, leading to greater traction and improved body response and roll control. The suspension has also been lowered slightly versus non-Nismo Juke settings, reducing the gap between the tires and wheel wells for a cleaner appearance and improved aerodynamics. The steering has been reworked as well for sportier and more direct handling. Braking is supplied by power-assisted four-wheel disc brakes with anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist. As with other Juke all-wheel drive models, Nismo all-wheel drive comes standard with the advanced torque vectoring all-wheel drive system, which splits torque up to 50-50 between the front and rear wheels, which can also split torque from side to side across the rear axle. When cornering, the system helps reduce understeer and enhance the vehicle's cornering feel. Also offered is the innovative Integrated Control System, or ICON, that combines control of the automatic AC and the 3-mode driver selector: normal for everyday driving, sport for a more intense performance feel, and Eco for maximum efficiency, adjusting throttle, transmission, and steering feel. Nismo's core belief is that everything should be focused on the driver. It's about enhancing their experience, pure and simple. So the seats, instrumentation, steering wheel, gear knob, pedals, and door trims have all been redesigned to boost driver enjoyment by creating a more performance-oriented environment. Again, another home run by Nissan. The front seats have been redesigned to offer additional lateral support as well. Trimmed in suede, they sport vibrant red stitching. You'll also notice the red as a theme and background to the tachometer. The tactile steering wheel now includes a red marker to indicate top dead center, a feature derived directly from racing. And dark smoke coloring is used throughout the interior, which is meant to keep the driver focused on the more important things like the gauges, switchgear, and controls, which is partly why the headliner is black. By the way, there's no sunroof available in the Nismo. The Nismo is considered a 5-passenger compact crossover, and it really is a lot bigger on the inside than it appears to be on the outside. But all that space is reserved for the front 2 passengers, not necessarily the people here in the back. And I'd be hard-pressed to find 3 grown men and women to sit back here in comfort. Here is where I left the driver's seat where I was positioned, and my knees are right up against the back of the seat. In fact, I can feel a bar where my knees are, so that is not comfortable. This is not a car that I want to spend some long road trips in. My head is, well, my hair is scratching the surface of the ceiling, so I am on the cramped side back here. It's very comfortable. I love these seats, but there just isn't a lot of room for someone my size, and I'm 5'11", so I'm just barely getting in here, and to get 2 other people my size back here, it would be shoulder to shoulder, so a little bit on the tight side. Let's take a peek now at the cargo room and trunk space in the back of the Nismo. Compact really is a good way to describe the cargo area in the back of the Nismo. First of all, to open the lift gate, there is no button per se on the key fob besides the lock or unlock button. Once I unlock it, then I can press the button just below the Nissan icon right next to the backup camera, and up comes your lift gate. Not a lot of room back here. What do you expect in a vehicle this size? It's not necessarily one of those vehicles that you're going to be doing a lot of hauling in, at least not cargo-wise. But you can find a bit of space back here. First of all, underneath the floor mat here is your spare tire. There's also a jack kit under here, and the styrofoam container here on the one side does have some mini cubby holes if you need to store some tools or maybe some valuables. That's where you can put those. All right, I did bring with me my 30-gallon storage container to give you some perspective on how much space is back here. And yes, it does fit right up against the back row seats, but the problem here is, you guessed it, the gate won't close with my storage container back there. But there is a solution. There are a couple of knobs you lift up and press the seat forward to make yourself more room. And once you do that, you really more than double your cargo volume in the back of the Nismo. And now I have no problem to slide my 30-gallon storage container back here. I could probably put 2 or 3 of them back here and have no problem. So just needed a little bit more space, and it will make room for my container. So the beginning MSRP here on the 2013 Nissan Juke Nismo is $18,990. My tester, the all-wheel drive version, is just over 25 grand, but I also have the navigation package and a few other goodies. You're looking at $27,700. I really like this car, and that's why I'm bringing back the Everyman driver ownership scale of 0 to 72 months. 72 months is the average length of ownership on a new car purchased today as of 2012. So for my money, I would give this car at least 48 months of ownership before I turned it in or went for a new one. I just love the way it feels. I love the way it looks. I love the way I feel behind the steering wheel, and the sport bolster seats make a big difference for me. Love the way it handles, goes around corners. Fuel economy is adequate for me. I'm not someone who's going to haul around a lot of cargo. So for me and the wife right now, this is something I can see myself in for at least 4 years. For you, give it a look and a test drive and make your own decision. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson for Everyman Driver. Take care.